Hello everyone, it's your girl Queen Abrahams. I hope you've been blessed by my videos thus far. I am so excited about today. You know why? Because I have a very important message to share with every one of you. But I'm actually not alone on this one, so that makes it even more interesting. And the topic we have today is titled Creating a Fruitful and Lasting Relationships, and I have my friend Mr. Letters to do justice to this topic, and we have five major principles to disclose with you guys on this one. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it, really. So sit back, relax, and your girl will be right back. So, Mr. Lectris, how are you? Good to have you on set with me. So let's nail this. Let's do this. I know you're gonna do justice to this, so let's do it.
Hey, what's up, home girl? I'm good. Love what you're doing, by the way. My inspiration up is a rich inspiration for me as well. I'm a big fan. All right, so let's dive straight into it. Creating long-lasting relationship. Let me first of all state that when it comes to our relationship with God, there's only one fundamental thing we need, and that is accepting Jesus as our personal Lord and Savior. We don't need anything else. He structures, edits, and purify our relationship with the Almighty. He makes our relationship with God awesome, beautiful. And that was why God sent him in the first place, so we can become his family. Now, this principle only apply when we are dealing with the imperfect. And that is you and I and everybody else. We need to have a kind of structure in our relationship with people. So there are basically five major things we need. I call them the five keys: manage, positioning, placement, boundaries, and maintain. I'm going to break it down one after the other. Now, when we talk about manage is basically creating a structure around our relationship with people. A lot of people will come into our life at different point in time. Some will stay on the long run, some will stay for a short period of time. We just need to learn to manage our emotions around them. We need to manage our relationship with them so we don't get upset when they leave. Because we have to understand that not everybody will stay on the long run. And before I continue, I need to also point this out that nobody's an expert when it comes to relationship. The best of us can have the worst relationship, and the worst of us can have the best relationship. There's no perfect blueprint or a one fits all size to making relationship work. Every relationship is unique in its own way, and there's a lot of design around how you go about your relationship with people. These keys only help you when you want to pick a relationship and how you want to continue with it. So manage is basically about ensuring your relationship with people don't turn toxic. It's about constantly self-reflecting, ensuring that you are in the right place, in the right space of mind at all time. It's also about ensuring that you don't, end up also in a toxic relationship yourself. So that's what manage is all about. Now, when we talk about positioning is more or less trying to, you know, ensure you know where people stand in your life. As it has already been established, there are three kinds of people you are going to come across in your working life. You have your confidants, you have your constituents, and you have your comrade. Now, your confidants are those that are for you, that are all about you. They are happy when you are happy. When you're down, they are down with you. They are for the long run. A person is blessed if he or she can have about three confidants in their life. It's very rare to have up to three. These are people who truly rejoice with you, who truly believe in your success, who wants you to succeed. They are people who ensure that they put in the work with you. They are all up in your face when you're going wrong. They are not afraid to speak to you when they know what you're about to do is going to cost you. Those are your confidants. The next set is your constituents. Now, why your constituents and your confidants they look alike, they are not the same. Your constituents are not for you, they are just for what you are for. If what you're doing is going to further their agenda, they are going to be there with you on the long run. Until what you're doing no longer serves them. There are people who are there for what you're for. If, for example, you're into benevolence work, you're into charity, if they believe in charity, they will stand by you. They are always close to you. They are working with you. They are just like your confidence, but they are only for what you're for. They won't even think twice to leave you as soon as what you're doing no longer serves their purpose. That's why a lot of people get hurt when their their constituent leave them. You don't have to be, because they are not really for you. They don't really love you. They're only there with you for what you had to offer. Be it in a relationship, be it in business, be it in any area, they're only there for you because of what you have to offer. If it is your influence they are after, they will tell you all the kind of sweet things you need to hear just to maintain that influence. If it is because of your money or the resources you have available, they are going to be there as long as that resources is available. But as soon as there is scarcity in that resources you have, they've been benefiting from, they leave. They're only interested in you because what you're doing furthers their own agenda. They don't really care about you. No. They only care about what you're for. So that is why I see a lot of people, they experience a lot of heartbreak when people leave them. You have to understand not everybody were for you. They are just for what you're for. That's why they are only interested in it. It could be in a relationship, they're only interested in the sex you're giving them. It could be in terms of business, they're only partnering with you because you're celebrities. And a lot of celebrities suffer a lot when it comes to this area because they cannot really measure their popularity with their talent. They can't really put the two together. You have to understand that as popular as you are today, you are not always going to be that popular, especially when you are dealing with the secular world and when it comes to music or entertainment or any of this stuff. A time will come when something better than what you have been offering is going to come out and everybody's going to switch, to that other artist, to that other musician, to that other actor, and it's going to look as if it never existed in the first place. So it's going to be very, very wrong to measure your work as an artist with your popularity. So that's where comrades are. The third ones are, that's where constituents are, rather. The third ones are your comrades. Your comrades are not for you. They are not for what you're for. They are just against what you're against. They will go to battle with you if going to battle with you means taking down a common enemy, a common threat. They are going to stand with you in order to bring down a more powerful enemy, in order to work with you in getting a project done, in getting something done. That is why the reason why two people you hear things like the reason why two people who hate each other will team up is because they found someone they hate more than they hate themselves. So that's where the comrade stands. A good example is countries teaming up during the World War. They were not really interested in being friends with each other. They are just interested in bringing down a common enemy. So that's where the comrades stand. So you have to understand these three kinds of people This will help you know how to position yourself and position them. This leads us to the next point, which is placement. Because you can only place people when you've learned where they stand. That's where you can place them. Now, placement more or less require um, you understanding, okay, this is where this person stands and this is where I'm going to place them. A good example in the Bible that missed out in this was Joseph. Now, Joseph has been destined to be a great man. After all, his father, Jacob, his name was changed to Israel by God, and God told him he's going to be a great nation. And boom, just in his first generation, a great nation started arising through Joseph. First, he had a dream that his livestock stood upright, and the livestock of his brethren bowed before his. Next, he saw that the stars, the moon, bowed before him, and he went on telling his brethren, telling his family about his dreams. Now, this is where he made a very terrible mistake. You don't tell everybody about your dream, because as much as you want to believe that telling people your dream is going to help further it, sometimes telling a lot of people about your dream is going to kill it or kill you. And Joseph almost lost his life, if not for the intervention of his brother Reuben, who said, "Oh no, 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 let's not kill him. Let's just throw him in a pit." The Reuben plan was to get him out of the pit and take him back to his father, but his brother still conspired again and they sold him into slavery. Now, all the trial, the pain, all the hardship that Joseph had suffered could have been avoided if he had learned to keep his mouth shut and not tell everybody your dreams. Your dreams can only be told to your confidant, as we established earlier. Telling your comrade your dream is they don't care about you to begin with, so why would they care about your dreams? They are only with you because they are interested in getting out a enemy out of the way. So we have to learn to place people where they are supposed to be. It's very, very important. The enemy out of the way. So we have to learn to place people where they are supposed to be. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. So placement, it's necessary. Now this brings us to another very important point, which is boundary. Boundary is understanding how to work with people so you don't get into a lot of toxic or spill out a lot of toxicity. Boundary is very important, and the truth is when you start setting boundaries around people, only those that get angry are those that benefited from you having none. Boundaries are important because it helps you to know who and what you give your time to at a particular point in time. That's how important boundary is. Some people are so, concerned about you. They are not concerned because they care. They are concerned because they want to use you as a measuring tape. They want to know more about your life so they can measure theirs with yours. So that's why you should always be careful when you see people who are always asking questions about you, like how are you doing, where are you right now, what's going on with you. Sometimes they don't really care. They just want to know, or they just want to have all this information so they can be able to measure they are doing better than you. And that's how foolish some thinking can be, because your greatest competition should be yourself. You should be your own measuring tape. That's how growth happens. When you look at your past failures, you look at your past mishaps, and you try to walk your way around those things and become a better person through them. Because everybody has their own unique story and their own unique attributes and their own unique timeline. It is very wrong to start measuring yourself with others. Someone could be achieving all the dreams you desire to achieve at a particular point in time because that's their timeline. For the very fact that your friends are all married, or for the very fact your friends are overseas and you're still stuck somewhere, doesn't mean you're really stuck. Just mean you're operating in your own timeline. So boundaries are very important to help you know where people should be in your life at a particular point in time. Like for example, let me use myself as a good example. I don't take every calls at every point in time. There are some people I prioritize, not because some set of people are more important than others. No, I don't believe that. But I believe that I have to have that structure around me, that boundary around me to know, okay, this is when there are some people when they call me, even no matter how busy I am, I take their call and tell them, oh, I have to call you back. You caught me in a bad time. I'm really in the middle of something. And I call them, and some people I don't even bother calling or explaining that to. I don't owe everybody that explanation. Not because I'm mean, but because I believe in self care. And not every call you have to pick. Immediately you know that this call is going to lead to a lot of emotions you don't want to deal with at that point in time. I suggest you don't. Not everybody you have to be close to. There are some people who will get you depressed. They are emotional vampires. They will suck you dry of everything happy and good inside of you, and they leave you empty. So we have to be, very strategic when it comes to setting boundaries. It's very important. Did that mean a lot to manage to maintain? Now, maintain is just putting all these other four principles in a consistent flow, ensuring you stay consistent with them. That's what maintain is all about. You just stay consistent with them. So you have to ensure that that consistency remains, because in order for you to be able to maintain your relationship with people, there must be a form of management, how you manage your relationship. There must be a form of positioning. When you position when you position yourself and you position people around you well, you will know where to place them. So that's how it works. I was watching a documentary a while ago about the Kalahari Desert and how tough it can get whenever there's a drought. Now, there are two tribes that was talked about within this desert. The first tribe dig up roots from the ground to get water. That's how bad the drought is in the desert. They dig up root and they scrape these roots. They scrape them and pick up the scraped roots and squeeze it, pressing their tongue downward to get water. There's another tribe that is, not that way. They take a different direction altogether. What they do is they create a hole in a hill and they make it big enough to slip your hands inside, but not big enough to slip your fist outside. So you can slip your hands inside you, but you cannot pick anything inside out. Now, they ensure that baboons are watching them, because baboons have the richest source of water in the desert, but they don't share that information with anybody. So they ensure that the baboons are watching them while they are doing this, because they know that baboons are very inquisitive. They are going to find out, they are going to ensure they find out what's going on in that hole. So they fill the hole with wide melon seeds, and enough of it is chucked down into the hole. Then this tribe of people go to one corner and wait. Now the baboon, seeing the hole, goes in, slips his hand inside, gets this treat, because these are treats to them. But now they can't get their hands out. So they keep pulling and pulling and pulling and keep shouting to trying to, you know, to free themselves. And all the baboon just needs to do is just to let go of the melon seeds and easily slips his hands out. But it doesn't do that, because baboons are also known to be very greedy. So he keeps pulling, pulling, or pulling until it is too late when this tribe of people comes to catch them. And a lot of people are with their relationship that way. They stay into toxic relationship until it becomes too late. And it's only when the damage is done they leave. Now I don't think that's wise. You don't have to be that greedy with whatever you think you're benefiting from that relationship. As long as it's killing you slowly, it's going to kill you eventually. So going back to the story, they tie a rope around the baboon's neck and feed the baboon with salt because baboon lost their kind of a delicacy for them, and also salt is very scarce in the desert. So they keep eating this salt, forgetting they are going to get very incredibly tasty. They eat and eat, and this tribe of people don't just go to one corner and watch the baboon. And after he has eaten and is mightily tasty, and after a while they set the baboon free. Now, not minding, he gives up the secret of their water source very easily, runs straight down to the water source, and this native goes behind them and get the water source for themselves as well. So these are some of the strategy. Now, like the native, you need to know what benefits you at a certain point in time, and you need to know when to let go. And like the baboon, you have to be smart enough not to, you know, dip yourself into a relationship that you start looking for people to help you come out of it. After all, they didn't push you into the relationship. They weren't the one that dragged you into the relationship. You took yourself into it. So why would you need your word to bring you out of it? So we have to be wise enough to know when to let go. A popular musician once said, "You have to know when to walk away and when to run." It's just wisdom to know how to position yourself. So I know you have some things to add, Queen. So over to you.
Wow, this is so cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. I actually took a pen and I was jotting everything you were saying. I wish I could say everything words for words. Thank you for the five principles. That was so insightful. You talked about management, about placement, about boundaries, about balance. You talked about positioning, and I love the illustration you gave about Joseph. Oh my goodness, that wowed me, like really. Thank you so much. Oftentimes we are always so quick to want to just announce our victory, always like, okay, I want to let them know that I'm doing good, I'm doing that. It's not always about relationships, but in life, really, we should always know when to keep quiet, just like you said. So we should learn to always keep quiet and talk when we are meant to talk. Yes. So thank you so very much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you a lot. And to my audience, I hope you were blessed, and I hope you leave me a comment today. Kindly subscribe if you're yet to subscribe, and your girl will be right back. Thank you, Mr. Letters. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Your girl loves you all.